Welcome to IELTS Listening. Today we study IELTS 17, Test 1, Part 2, Boat Trip Round Tasmania. This section has 10 questions, 4 multiple-choice questions, and 3 groups of multiple-choice questions where you choose 2 answers each. All these questions use the elimination method. Listen to options, then remove wrong information. Grouping helps us focus on one skill, making us faster and more accurate. This monologue is a guide introducing a boat trip around Tasmania, divided into 4 parts. In the first part of the monologue, we look at basic information about the boat trip. This part covers questions 11 to 14. In the second part, we listen to information about activities on the boat. This part covers questions 15 and 16. In the third part, we hear details about food and drink on the boat. This part covers questions 17 and 18. In the final part, we learn about the places the boat stops at. This part covers questions 19 and 20. The structure is clear. Questions 11 to 14 are in the first part, and questions 15 to 20 are in the next 3 parts. Before listening, quickly read the questions and underline key words. This makes it easier to find answers while listening. Now, let's look at questions 11 to 14. These are multiple-choice questions. Question 11. What is the maximum number of people who can stand on each side of the boat? A. 9, B. 15, C. 18. Please pause the video and try this question. Keywords, maximum number, each side. Expect to hear a description about a limit on the number of people. Located in Information Block 1. The audio says, if there are more than 9 people on either side, we'll move some of you over. The signal phrase, if there are more than, introduces the key information. Distractor, 15 is the total number of passengers, 18 is the total number including staff. The transition word, otherwise, corrects the idea. If more than 9, they will move people. Eliminate B and C. Q11 answer is A. Maximum 9 people on each side, otherwise they will adjust. Question 12. What color are the tour boats? A. Dark red, B. Jet black, C. Light green. Please pause the video and try it yourself. Keywords, color, tour boats. Expect to hear a description of the boat's color. Located in Information Block 2. The audio says, our new ones now have these comfortable dark red seats and a light green exterior. The signal phrase, light green exterior, directly tells us the boat's color. Dark red seats and jet black. New tour boats are light green. Question 13. Which lunchbox is suitable for someone who doesn't eat meat or fish? A. Lunchbox 1, B. Lunchbox 2, C. Lunchbox 3. Pause to answer. Lunchbox 1 has ham and tomato sandwiches. Lunchbox 2 has a cheddar cheese roll, and Lunchbox 3 is salad-based but also contains eggs and tuna. The signal words are the lunchbox numbers. Trap, Lunchbox 3 is salad-based, which might seem vegetarian, but it contains tuna, fish, so it's not correct. Lunchbox 1 has ham, meat, so it's out. Lunchbox 2 is a cheese roll, no meat or fish, so it fits. Question 14. What should people do with their litter? A. Put it in bins. B. Give it to the guide. C. Take it with them. Pause the video to answer. There are no bins, but the guide will collect litter after lunch. Distractor, no bins, matches option A, but the signal word but corrects to guide, collects, matches option A and C. Q14 answer is B. The guide will collect litter after lunch. Next, let's move on to the multiple-choice double answers section for Q15-16. Questions 15 and 16. Which 2 things does the speaker mention about the building? Options: A. Why it was built. B. Who built it. C. How long it took to build. D. Who staffed it. E. What it was built with. Pause the video to try it yourself. This is a multiple-choice double question. We need to pick 2 correct answers from 5 options. The strategy is to check each option one by one against the audio. Listen to the full recording before making a decision. Don't rush to choose after hearing just one point. Option A. Why it was built. The audio says the building was constructed to honor a famous scientist, so the reason for building it is clearly mentioned. This is a correct option. Option B. Who built it. The audio mentions the architect's name, but it does not say who actually built the building. The builder and the architect are different. This option is not mentioned, so it is incorrect. Option C. How long it took to build. The audio does not mention the construction time. It says the building was completed in 1900, but it does not say when construction started, so this option is not mentioned. It is incorrect. Option D. Who staffed it. The audio clearly says the building was run by local volunteers, so the staff is mentioned. This is a correct option. Option E. What it was built with. The audio mentions the building was made of brick and stone, but this is a description of its appearance. It is not a key point the speaker wants to emphasize, so this option is incorrect. After checking each option, the first correct answer is A. Why it was built. Answer stamp Q15-16A. The second correct answer is D. Who staffed it. Answer stamp Q15-16D. The final answers are A and D. Next, let's move on to the multiple-choice double answer section for Q17-18. Questions 17 and 18. Which 2 animals are you most likely to see on this trip? Options: A. Sea eagles. B. Fur seals. C. Dolphins. D. Whales. E. Penguins. Please pause the video to answer. This is a multiple-choice double question. We need to select 2 correct answers from 5 options. Strategy: check each option one by one, listen to the full recording before concluding, and don't judge too early. Option A. Sea eagles. The speaker mentions sea eagles, but says you might see sea eagles, though they usually circle high above. The tone is uncertain and doesn't clearly say most likely to see, so this option is not correct. Option B. Fur seals. The speaker clearly says you are almost certain to see fur seals. They often sunbathe on the rocks. Almost certain is very definite and matches most likely to see, so option B is one correct answer. Option C. Dolphins. The speaker says dolphins are also very common, especially in the summer months. Very common also matches most likely to see, and there's no negative or uncertain tone, so option C is the second correct answer. Option D. Whales. The speaker mentions whales, but says you can occasionally see whales, though they are usually far from the coast. Occasionally means low frequency, which doesn't match most likely to see, so this option is excluded. Option E. Penguins. The speaker does not mention penguins at all. This is a classic fabricated distractor, directly excluded. Questions 17 and 18, the first correct answer is B. Fur seals. The speaker clearly says almost certain to see fur seals, a very definite tone. Questions 17 and 18, the second correct answer is C. Dolphins. The speaker says dolphins are also very common, which also matches most likely to see. Final answers are B and C. Next, let's move on to the multiple-choice double answer section for Q19 to 20. Questions 19 and 20. Which 2 statements about the caves are correct? Options: A. Only large tourist boats can visit them. B. The entrances to them are often blocked. C. It is too dangerous for individuals to go near them. D. Someone will explain what is inside them. E. They cannot be reached on foot. Pause to answer. This is a multiple-choice double question. Strategy: check each option one by one, listen to the full recording before deciding, and avoid jumping to conclusions early. Option A. Only large tourist boats can visit them. The recording mentions that the caves can be reached by small boats, not only large tourist boats, so A is incorrect. Option B, the entrances to them are often blocked. The recording does not mention any blocked entrances. This information is not present in the text, so B is incorrect. Option C, it is too dangerous for individuals to go near them. The recording mentions the caves are somewhat dangerous, but it says a guide is needed, not that individuals are completely banned, so C is not accurate. Option D, someone will explain what is inside them. The recording clearly states that a guide will explain the inside of the caves. This matches option D exactly, so D is correct. Option E, they cannot be reached on foot. The recording says the caves can only be reached by boat, not on foot. This matches option E is also correct, so E is correct. The first correct answer is D. Someone will explain what is inside them. Stamp drops. The second correct answer is E. They cannot be reached on foot. Stamp drops. The answers for Q1920 are D and E. Okay, we have finished all the questions. Let's look back at the key skills we used today. Today, we saw this situation many times. The recording gives some information, but then adds extra words that change the meaning. This skill is called strong distractors and modifiers. The key is to wait for the full description before you choose an answer. Take question 11, for example. The recording first said up to 9 people, but then added on each side. So the answer is not just 9 people, but 9 people on each side. Another situation is when the recording first gives a general idea and then adds a limit later. This skill is called delayed information and limited modifiers. The key is to not choose too quickly. Wait for the full description. For example, question 12. The recording first said the boat is green, but later it added light green exterior. So the answer is not just green, but light green. Another situation is when some words in the recording are spoken very fast, very softly, or are linked together. This makes them hard to hear. This skill is called weak pronunciation and connected speech. The key is to get used to these sound changes by listening and practicing more. For example, in questions 15 and 16, the phrase cheddar cheese roll was spoken very quickly. The D sound in cheddar was almost silent. It sounded like cheddar cheese roll. This is an example of connected speech. One final reminder. These skills are very common in the IELTS listening test. When you do the test, please be patient. Listen to the full information before you decide. Do not let the first half of the sentence mislead you. Finally, let's learn some very important words from this listening passage. The first word is either side. It means each side. In the recording, it said more than 9 people on either side. This phrase was the key to the answer. The second word is pops up. It means appears suddenly. In the recording, it said the dolphins pop up right in front of you. This is a very vivid word. That is all for this section. I hope it was helpful. See you in the next lesson.